Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Jaquan.
I'm Jasmine.
And welcome to the Film Spill.
So today, guys, we're going to be reviewing the series The Innocents. This is a Netflix drama, and here is the summary. Teenagers Harry and June are in love with each other and decide to run away so they can be together. But they discover that June has the ability to shapeshift. As they struggle to control her new power, they learn from a mysterious professor that June is not alone and there are more shifters like her. Harry and June's love is tested as their journey becomes increasingly dangerous. The couple reach a breaking point as they face a choice: keep their innocent dream alive or embrace that their lives have changed and risk everything.
So, this was an amazing show. We talked about how, we forgot about the show because it's been so many years since we watched it. But, just going back and rereading a little bit about it, we realized this was one of those amazing shows that we used to watch back in the day when we kind of got our start in, this whole filming and television series binging thing. So my rating for this was a 4. It was very close to a 5, but I decided to give it a 4. It's one of the top sci-fi series that I've watched in my life. Though, it's definitely one of those. Potentially top 10. So I definitely enjoyed it a lot. Let's get into my pros and my cons. So my very first pro was just, like she just said, I just really enjoyed their shape-shifting abilities. I thought that was really dope to watch. And, it was kind of just like a breath of fresh air when we talk about sci-fi films or sci-fi television series that we've watched. I thought it was really dope. It was interesting to find out that June's brother had agoraphobia, which is like a condition meaning you are afraid to go outside. I thought that was new and different as well. It reminded me of another series that we watched recently. I think it was like the woman in the window or something like that. You remember the lady? She was afraid to go outside. Mm-hmm. So another pro was whenever June came, and this is like in the very beginning of the series, when she comes back to the hotel and Harry thinks she's Steiner, they begin tussling until she grabs him and make him look in the mirror and see that as her. That was kind of like our first, well, that wasn't our first introduction, but that was the first time we seen June change, because I think in the very beginning we saw her mom in the window as Steiner. So that was crazy too. It was like, but, that was kind of really what brought us, I guess, drew us in to want to watch this actual series, was that actual part. So that was dope. When June shifts into the pregnant nurse and she feels the baby as well, I thought that was crazy, because now you kind of start to see that, she's actually taking on the person who she's shifting into. And she feels a bit, even though she's not herself physically pregnant, just by her having the ability to shift into someone that is, she actually feels the baby like she is pregnant. And then also we realized too that, she's very powerful. Her and someone like Cam, who's another shifter, having the abilities to also take on people's memories. Her just was a little bit more stronger. Another pro is when Elena was basically finding out that Elena was the reason behind Harry's dad, Lewis, being stuck in a coma, as well as the other people who was also stuck in a coma. I thought that was really dope, and it was really just like crazy, sci-fi crazy. The ending also was insane. We just literally just rewatched it, how insane it was. But whenever June is hurt from the car crash and Harry tells her to shift into him so she can heal herself, but as she does, the mom touches June thinking she's Harry, and then, Harry is stuck in a comatose state. So that was crazy too. So let's get into my cons. The very first con is more so a personal reason, just not having a new season. I thought that was a bummer because this was an amazing show. We wish Netflix wouldn't have canceled it. So that was kind of a bummer. The next con was basically whenever Cam tells June about the origins of the Berserkers and how they could turn into the animals whose skin they wore on their backs. I wish they could have kind of went in more detail about them. And basically also found out if anyone else could turn into animals. I think that would have been dope to see. And other than that, those are my 2 cons. And like I said, I gave this series a 4.
Okay, guys. So I also give this series a 4 out of 5. Pretty much he hit most of what I was going to say. He already said it, but like he said, that what really drew us in, of course, was that scene when they were looking in the mirror. I mean, it was just crazy. And just like poor Steiner, first of all.
They use this dude body. Everybody just like, Steiner next? Who's next? Come Steiner.
I know.
Everybody
it was just
Steiner.
Crazy. Like, oh, I just can't imagine. Anyway, like him and Freya over and over again. Like, it was just crazy. But yeah, pretty much like Ben, the professor, he was just very heartless. He was very selfish. He just really wanted to save Runa because she was dying with the illness. So he wanted to use June to like basically make a copy of her with her memories and everything. Like, he was willing to sacrifice a child, and Runa didn't even want him to do that. So he was being very crazy, very selfish. And then the way he was electrocuting Freya over and
Sheesh.
over again,
I
he was
forgot
just
about
so
that, yeah.
heartless. Like, but also her mom was wrong too, because Freya told her what he did, and her mom called her a liar and chose Ben over her, even though later she said deep down I believed it, but she was wrong too as well. But yeah, Ben was just crazy. And then basically, like he said, the ending, it ends with June. She's still hurt. Harry's in like this comatose state, and his mom, she seemed like she was okay, but I want to see what's going to happen next. Like, I was hoping for a season 2, and then we can see like if they could get Harry back. Because when I was looking up about some people talking about it, because first of all, a lot of people aren't talking about this movie or didn't make
Yeah, which
we
is-
could barely
this
find
series
anything
was-
about this series.
Yeah.
But I seen some people speculating that if there was another season, they think they would have figured out how to help Harry, which in turn would have figured out how to help his dad.
Yeah.
So they should have made, oh my gosh, this series was so good. And like he said, we had to go re-look at some of the parts because we forgot about it because it's been so long. And oh my gosh, it was just so
It was
good.
dope.
Like, I really enjoyed it, because how often do you see people who shape shift into other people and not just animals or something like
Yeah.
that? Like, it's actual people.
People.
Like, that was so cool. So
And it's a condition too. Like, it's not like this is a superpower. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
even though it's a power, but
Yeah.
it was like a condition or a genetic thing.
yeah,
that
it was
on.
passed down. So I think it was really good. I give it a 4 out of 5. I think you guys should definitely watch it.
For sure. And if you want to watch it, it is on Netflix, but it did come out in 2018.
It's
so,
still up there though.
You know, behoove you to go ahead and get on that now, you know. You don't want them to take it off. But just like always, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. You guys have a good one.